Hello, everybody, and welcome to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real-life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. Before we roll our starting titles, we do have a sponsor, a few sponsors. Wow, that didn't take long at all.
Very
before we roll,
fast this time.
yep. Before we roll the starting titles, we do have a few sponsors we need to shout out. The first being D&D Beyond. If you want to have all of your resources conveniently in one place and you hate math, look no further. D&D Beyond has all of the digital resources you could possibly need, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. Our second sponsor is FX May Vary, an awesome local band from Newmarket, Ontario, and we specialize in making sure you always have your daily prescription for hard rock. Feel free to listen to our music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you're most comfortable listening to your favorite tunes. And as always, individual effects may vary. There is also our Patreon, where we have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of this game, as well as all of the others, or voice acting lessons from one of the talented players in one of our other games. And of course, we have merch. Do you want a sweater, a shirt, or maybe even a mouse pad with that awesome Dire Bear logo? We also, for the month of June, have Pride merch with a really, really awesome new logo, which will be available for the rest of the year, but I believe is still on sale. We also, yep, you can rock it year round. There we go. Then go ahead and check out our merch page where you can find whatever it is your heart desires. And with that done, let's roll those starting credits, shall we? Okay, so before we get started on my recap of the previous session, I'm actually going to toss things over to Fidget because he's got an announcement to do.
Hey, Fidget. My real name's Ben, but you can call me Fidget if you see me on the street. I'll know what you mean. Yeah, so my band Mute Sounds, we're starting a tour. So we're a little instrumental band here from Toronto, Ontario, and we're gonna hit the road and travel all over this beautiful province. So Thursday we're playing Ottawa at Mavericks. Friday we're playing Jimmy Jazz in Guelph, and Saturday we're playing the Townhouse in Sudbury, and that'll be on Canada Day. So if you're in the northern area and you want to see some kick-ass instrumental rock and roll, you should definitely head there. We also have a music video coming out on the 30th, which is Friday. So check that out on YouTube if you can't come to a show. That's all I got.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of driving.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's what it takes to be a rock star, man.
It takes to be a rock star. This is what touring
Yeah,
is. If you don't want to,
out the road.
if you don't want to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while you sit in your closet for 8 hours, you don't want to be in a rock band.
I do love peanut butter.
Okay. So with that, last we left off, the party had just finished dealing with the would-be assassins that tried to cut the adventure rather short. And after disposing of the bodies, they discovered something absolutely terrible, and that it seemed that every single person in the city was dead. And when they went back to investigate, the only two people they found still drawing breath were one mysterious figure and the magistrate, whom she had in a definitely not a great position. After confronting this individual, she casually showed off the sheer amount of strength and malicious energy that she had before the sound of a horn was heard, and she said the words, "I win." Another mysterious individual made a very quick appearance before both of them disappeared as a large wave made its way towards the coast, shattering everything in the depths below. And the last thing everybody saw was a large winged shape rapidly making its way towards the cliffside. And that is precisely where we left off. So going back to precisely where we were in the initiative, I just have to roll one more, and then we can keep going.
Cool.
Oh dear.
I'm so glad I get to keep my, what was it, 20 initiative? Yeah. Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Yoink. Oh, that kind of works. Okay, so we were at Nyx, who essentially is going to make multiple angry strikes just with this bare bellow of rage at the spot where this mysterious individual who assassinated her mother was standing just seconds before. She is going to waste every single attack she has, just missing her by a millisecond. That is her turn. Rendell, that makes it your turn.
We shall see the mysterious figure disappear, and I will. There was a rather large wave that crashed down here.
Yep.
I will double move to get. And Rendell is just going to look over the side of the cliff at. Is there anything left of the harbor?
So you rush over to the edge of the cliff, just feeling your heart, like this cold grasp has just locked inside of your chest, in that deep dread, knowing that you're gonna see probably what you're about to see, and you peer over the edge, and you can see that, all of the very large docks and every ship that was moored there has just been shattered to pieces. There is just like splintered wood and pieces of mast and sail and multiple bodies just floating in the black water below, which is just continuously churning as wave upon wave upon wave crashes against the cliffs.
Rendell's shoulders are just gonna slump. And he'll just start muttering to himself that, gotta get down there. I gotta get down there. And that will be his turn.
Okay. Domino, that makes it your turn.
So, is this entity that crashed from the waves visible?
It's visible. You can go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you can tell what it is. It's still quite a ways out, but it is moving very quickly.
How about a natural 9?
Natural 9? So there is, now you can see like these dark black storm clouds just emanating from some space hundreds of miles away. Just stacked up thousands of meters into the sky, and you can see that there's lightning forking down, and just the loud, ominous rumble of thunder, that's getting closer and closer. But unfortunately, the large shape of this creature just is kind of enveloped by those rapidly approaching clouds. And for a few moments it is obscured from your view, and you can just see the large, looming, ominous silhouette just illuminated from behind by the flashes of lightning. It is big. You can discern at least that much.
Okay, I see there's like an altar here on the edge of the cliff.
Yep.
What's on the altar?
So the altar appears. Do you want to go up to it? Do you want to investigate it really
Yes,
quick?
that's what I'll do. That'll
Go
be
for
my
it.
move.
Okay, so you rush over to the altar and begin just like doing a really, really quick investigation check. Go ahead and make me that investigation check.
How about a natural 7?
7. Okay, so it appears to be just like you take a really quick glance, because essentially out of the corner of your eye you can see this huge winged shadow just looming closer and closer. And you look down and like take a really quick glance at this thing. It appears to be just a stone altar.
Okay. No inscriptions,
Not that you can see.
not that I can see. All right, I'm just gonna yell to the party. Perhaps we should get into a defensible position.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Perfect. That makes it my turn. So,
Deep sigh.
deep sigh.
Yikers, bud.
So, there is a loud, suddenly deafening noise, and for a split second, you think it is the loudest crack of thunder you have ever heard in the entirety of your lives. And it almost vibrates in your chest, like you guys are at a metal show, and you can feel it in your rib cage. It's so loud. And then you realize that was a roar, as the thing that lurches out of the black clouds and alights on the side of the cliff is a large, four-legged reptilian creature with bright blue scales that have lightning arcing between them.
Mm.
As it raises its head, opens its mouth, spreads its wings wide, as a blue dragon alights on the side of the cliff. Directly in front of Domino.
We are, in fact, level 5. Am I correct in that?
Yep.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
She did send this thing to kill you guys. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just out of the gate, I think some of you have lined up for me, which is awesome. I appreciate that. You're not there anymore. Okay. So, yeah, so Domino, Bovidius, and Fidget, can you all make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I can do that.
I don't want to do that.
I know you don't want to do it anyways.
Now, I believe.
13.
Let me confirm this.
So if I recall correctly, Fidget,
Never mind.
sir,
Mhm.
if I recall correctly, you were perched atop Bovidius.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So, you know what? Honestly, you can still make a dex save. There's this. You can jump. So.
Yeah.
But you will have to jump, essentially.
So
because
should I
he
make
is
an
taking this
acrobatics roll
damage.
or something instead?
I know it's still a dexterity check, but I'm just saying you're going to have to. You're gonna have to jump.
Yep.
I won't
Cool.
I won't have you make it a disadvantage or anything, but yeah, you're gonna have to vacate from where you're standing right now.
Thank you for not putting this at disadvantage.
No problem.
So that's a 12.
That's
For me.
still fails, unfortunately. Domino, what did
Mhm.
you roll?
I rolled a 14.
Okay, all of you fail.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool. Yep. I'm just gonna roll this on here, just
Okay.
because I don't feel like rolling this many dice.
Well, that's always a good thing to hear, say.
Right?
Oh.
So, yeah. So this thing opens its mouth, and you can see just row upon row of sharp, fanged teeth. And in the back of its throat, you see just arcs of electricity just bouncing back and forth for a split second. And as you guys like see it and go, oh shit, that like it lunges forwards and just this bolt of lightning exudes from its mouth, streaking through Domino, through Bavidius, through Fidget, and into just disappearing off into the distance. Each of you take 58 points of lightning damage.
I'm dead.
You're not dead. You're down. You're not dead. You're down.
The rapidly approaching dead.
Likewise.
Same.
So for everybody at home, the house rule for this particular game, the way that I do things is when you hit 0, you're down. You're making death saves. That's it. I don't do the negative health damage, you're dead thing. Only because then if I use a monster like this, and I do a massive amount of damage in one turn, I have no chance of accidentally immediately killing somebody. That's just how I roll. So, Bavidius is down. Fidget is down. Domino, how you looking?
I'm down.
You're down. Okay,
Yep.
so this thing just shoots a bolt of lightning, and everybody else watches as your 3 compatriots immediately just, their bodies tense up, their faces just screaming in silent agony before all of them collapse.
So it's my turn, right?
Yeah, that does make it your turn. Make me a death save, please.
Cool.
just slightly twitching.
Yeah, I twitch repeatedly. So how do death saves work? This is my
So
first time
you
playing
roll-
5e.
You roll just a flat d20. And if you roll 10 or higher, you succeed. If you roll 9 or less, you fail.
Okay.
And I will let
And
you
if I
know
fail?
if you roll a 1 or a natural 20, because those two also have different things that they do.
Okay.
Just don't roll a natural 1.
Roll a 6.
And that's a failure.
Mhm. Am I dead?
No, you are
Okay.
dying. You are
All right.
you are in the process of dying.
Okay.
You're not dead yet, though. All right, so Fidget, that is your turn. Bavidius, that makes it your turn.
18.
18 succeeds. Okay. Essentially, both anybody who's still standing can see just the bodies of Bavidius and Fidget just kind of twitching and convulsing with those last little vestiges of lightning that are still coursing through their bodies before it dispels into the ground around them. That is your turn. That makes it Nyx's turn. So what we are going to do here is she is going to immediately turn and see that the majority of her compatriots have now fallen. She is going to just drop her wild shape. And and she is going to cast nope. That's not what I wanted. That doesn't work. Okay, so she is going to cast Healing Word. And she's gonna cast that at 3rd level. So she can at least get one of you back up.
Does she have that spell where we can go back in time to the very beginning of the campaign and get the Dragon Slayer sword early?
That's called Wish, and no, that's a
No.
9th level spell.
Okay.
So she's gonna give Bavidius 8 points of healing.
Huzzah.
Because she doesn't know about death saves. She just saw both of you convulsing. Alright. So, Rendell, that makes it your turn.
Fun.
Oh no, wait, so sorry. She's gonna then run over towards the big angry lizard that breathes lightning. That's what she's gonna do. That is her turn. Rendell, that does make it your turn.
Well, that's
I apologize.
Well, Rendell was going to say run away, but then sees Nyx run towards it. Bollocks.
Stomp. Domino's up there, just down.
Which I will cast a healing word on Domino.
Okay.
So he can take 7 hit points.
So once you go back above 0, are you
It
like
resets your
and
death
running?
saves. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
you're up
cool.
and running.
Now, what is your ruling on casting multiple spells?
You are only allowed to cast 1 leveled spell per turn. That is the rules.
So
Unless you
ca-
have.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah. That's them's the rules.
Them's
So
the rules.
them's
Them's the rules, eh?
Them's the rules. I'm not here to make the rules. I'm just here to enforce them.
Right then. I guess I will cast Sacred Flame on the dragon.
Okay.
Dexterity save of 14.
Okay. Doo-doo-doo. I rolled a 17.
No damage then.
um.
Shocking.
So you go to shoot a bolt of flame at this thing's head, just as it immediately turns, like with this sharp movement, to look down at the large crunchy green thing that is Nyx currently in front of it. Is that your turn?
No, Randa's going to take quite a few steps back as well.
Okay. Maybe that's maybe a good idea.
And not clump up. But
Yeah, the
that's
clumping
my
up
turn.
seems to have been a mistake.
Okay.
I will never regret riding on your back, man. No
I will
way.
Domino.
never regret being your steed.
Catapult for life.
I'm literally ride or die right now.
I'm still
might be
down.
right
Do
and
I need-
Well,
right.
you're doing a little more of the dying right now. Just
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like either ride or die. Like those
Yeah.
are my choice. Yeah.
it's like so right now you're taking the ladder, unfortunately. The ladder directly to heaven. Anyways, Domino, that makes it your turn.
So I'm still down. Do I have to do a saving
no.
throw?
You got
got
7
7
hit points.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm still down.
No, you were not. You were up.
Oh, okay.
Like you were prone, if that's what you mean. Yes.
Okay.
But you can use half of your movement to get up.
Then I will do I'll use half a movement to get up, and then I'll do Hymnus Omnis Requies, and I'll lay on hands for half of my hit points.
Okay.
And then is there anybody close to me that is down that I can reach this turn?
Nope.
Unfortunately, you did use half your movement, so probably next turn.
Would I be I get 2 movements. Would I be able to get an attack in?
Yeah, lay on hands is your, or is it your full action? Uh-oh.
Well, lay on hands almost an innate ability. I don't really have to cast it as a spell per se. I don't think.
Lay on hands. As an action, you can touch a creature.
Okay, so
So that's your
guess-
full action. That's it.
all right, very good.
It's like as an action or bonus action. I keep forgetting.
It feels like it should be a bonus
It
action.
should be a bonus action,
Especially if you're
really.
touching yourself, I feel like that's like a
Yeah.
bone to pick a
Touching
little
He
bit.
yourself
just
is
like
always a
fully
bonus
touches
action.
himself in front of the dragon, in front of everybody.
I'm gonna take
You
a full action on
you
this
feel
one, guys.
really good right now. Oh,
Don't worry,
You don't-
guys.
scare me, you big lizard.
I'm taking a full action.
I'm communing with my god. Here's a dragon that's bigger than you. I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay. So that's your action and half your movement. Is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, what else can I do? Am I able
You-
to swing? Am I able to get closer to one of my fallen companions?
You can certainly try, but you might take an attack of opportunity as you leave big, scary lightning lizard's melee.
All right, well then I will just draw my sword and shield and prepare for next round.
All right. So, yeah. So you draw your sword and your shield and just kind of tense up and get ready for the onslaught that you know is most likely coming. Okay. Da-da-da.
Then it's the dragon's turn.
Then it's the dragon's turn. It's funny how that happens. It's my turn now, guys. Okay. Let's roll a d6 and see if I can just instantly murder all of you. No, unfortunately that doesn't recharge. So unfortunately I'm just gonna have to make 3 attacks instead. So yeah, we're gonna bite at Nyx, and we're gonna claw at Domino, because that seems like a good idea. And I've rolled like absolute garbage. So the only one that has any chance of hitting is unfortunately one of the claw attacks that's going for Domino. I'm assuming a 25 is gonna hit you.
Yes.
Alright. You are going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
Back down.
Back down.
No,
Gotta
I'm
sleep,
still
gotta sleep, gotta sleep. So essentially you prepare your
He should
shield.
still be up because he lay on hands, right?
Oh yeah, you lay on hands. Oh yeah, you're fine.
I'm up.
Right. I did that whole touching thing and immediately
Yeah.
forgot. Just
Yeah,
my
we made
brain.
fun of that
Touching
for a solid
oneself
2
is
minutes.
very distracting.
Am I right? Like you did in front of everyone. How could you
I
forget
know.
that? So, you raise your shield up, and it makes a snap at Nyx, and she manages to just dart out of the way before it just rears up on its hind legs and comes at you with both of its front feet. The first one you manage to deflect with your shield, and you feel the impact, and you can hear the screaming of the metal as its claws rake across it. But just at the bottom, it pushes your shield aside, exposing your shoulder and part of your back, and just rakes across your back with this other set of claws, and you feel a sharp pain, and then just the warmth of blood just running freely down your shoulder and your back. That sucked. But that is its turn. That brings us back to the top of the turn order. Fidget, make me another death save, please, sir.
You got it.
Do not roll a 1.
I don't think I'm in charge of that, but
No!
Oh, come on.
Who?
well, I rolled an 8.
An 8 is not a 1.
An 8 is not a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
You got one more chance.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you just continue convulsing as the electricity just continues to course through your body.
I have a character ready, just so you know. We're good.
But what if we're not ready, Fidget?
It's going to be Fidget's brother, Midget.
Yes.
Oh no, my twin brother.
I'm here to avenge my brother.
And then his third character is their other twin, Gidget.
That's right. Yeah.
Totally just lost my train of thought. Yeah, no, you're dying. There we go. Okay. While I'm looking for that train. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of a boon that's really gonna help you guys. You know what? I will let you guys expend one of your hit dice as a bonus action.
That's
Which helps
one hit dice
everybody
for each
but
person?
Fidget. That's one hit dice for each person.
Okay.
So, as a bonus action, at any point, you guys can roll one of your hit dice and regain that health.
Oh, cool. I like it. Thank you.
I think that sounds like a pretty sweet boon.
I like it a lot.
All right. Bavidius, that makes it your turn.
So, having received a heal on Rendell's last, no, it was Nyx's turn.
Next turn,
It's
yeah.
Nyx's turn.
I obviously am aware enough to hear Fidget just behind me, I suppose, from where I'm lying on the ground, convulsing. I am proficient in medicine. Now, I don't have any potions or healing spells or anything like that, but could I make a medicine check to at least try and stabilize Fidget?
You can.
Okay, so that's what
But
I'd
you
like to do.
also realize in these final critical moments, if you fail,
Yeah.
he dies.
My life is in your hands.
Well, I also, because Rendell acted after Nyx, so I would have heard him cast the spell.
Yes.
So I'm going to recognize that, and I'm going to think twice and leave the healing to the healers.
Okay.
Oh yeah!
You can
Oh.
do it!
Let's go. No, it should be Moo can do it. All right, so the Minotaur is going to get to his feet, and he's going to leave his greatsword on the ground. And I'm going to take my shield off of my back and pull the hand axe from my belt. Does that cost an action? Does that cost a bonus action? Does that cost a free action?
To trade out your weapons,
Mm-hmm.
you put it down. It's free. It's fine.
I mean, I would have dropped it when I went unconscious, so
yeah, it's fine.
cool. So let me check.
It's not like you're stowing one and pulling out another. You're literally just leaving it on the ground. Like, psh, psh,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Perfect. So I'm going to move in this direction, 15 feet, and I'm going to throw one of my hand axes at the dragon.
You can certainly try.
Where is that action in my app? There we go. Roll to hit. That is a 19 to hit.
Pretty sure that that hits.
Okay. And that deals 6 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to everybody, and I'm gonna shout, "If it bleeds, we can kill it! Somebody help Fidget! The rest of you, gird yourselves!" And that'll be my turn.
That's yeah. That's Minotaur for move your asses.
Mm.
No, Charlotte!
It was worth it.
I hope so.
It was worth it. Oh. Yeah, so you throw your hand axe and it spins through the air before just impacting like the side of this thing's leg and sticking there. And you can see just a line of blood that's just starting to trickle down over the blue iridescent scales. That is your turn. That makes it Nyx's turn.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm a doof, and Healing Word is a bonus action, so she totally could have attacked. She totally could have attacked. But yeah, I'm gonna say that she's still reeling from missing the assassin by like that much. So she's gonna throw another Healing Word in Fidget's direction at 3rd level, because why not?
Let's go.
So you're gonna heal for 11 points.
Nice.
Fidget.
Thank you.
She lost her rage, though. Oh well. She didn't attack or take damage in the last round. So she is no longer raging, which is unfortunate. But that's okay, because she can still do these. Okay, so she just grabs her great axe and makes these two huge swings. The first one doesn't cut particularly deep, but then she doubles over and just goes across the first one, digging much deeper in with the second impact, dealing 16 points of slashing damage to this dragon, and definitely getting its attention. If she didn't had it before, she definitely had it now. Math. Yeah, I can do math. Cool. There we go. Okay. That is her turn. Rendell, that makes it your turn.
I'll hear Bavidius scream out, "If it bleeds, we can kill it." And I will yell back, "We also bleed. Many of us already are."
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
I mean, it's just not bleeding. He got electrocuted. Just saying.
Generally speaking, you take enough voltage, you're gonna bleed out of some places.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But seeing Fidget is twitching, but with actual life this time. What do I have left?
Storm cleric versus electrical breathing dragon.
I'm sure this is gonna go
be-
great.
This is gonna be
This is
totally in your
awesome.
favor.
This is definitely in the wheelhouse.
Shoot lightning at it, I dare you.
Deal. Thank you.
Cheers, everyone.
I don't have a drink. I will be back. While you decide what you're doing, I will be back in 1 second.
I see JT actually checked the timer before he renewed it. I don't know, JT. I've been banking these points.
Me too. Hold on a sec. I'm coming. Because you spent those points on a hydrate, so I'm gonna deliver. Made me run around too. All right.
Rob says that was a lot more than 1 second.
Well, listen. Yeah. I mean, nobody but my husband got to benefit from the full gangly giraffe run that I just did, trying to get to the kitchen to get a drink. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need a drink!" Just all right. Okay, so, Rendell, what are you doing?
Alright, I'm gonna drop a fog cloud on top of the altar.
Ooh. Like, centered on Nyx on top of the altar?
Yep.
Okay. What's that?
And I will yell, "Run away, you brave idiots!"
You're just gonna hear Nyx's voice from somewhere in the cloud, like, "Yeah, thanks for making it easier."
Run toward my voice.
I'll
Alright.
throw in a moo for assistance.
Move!
Or just retrace your steps and literally reverse them.
Just, she doesn't respond to that. She seems to be distracted by the large blue angry dragon that is still in front of her. Somewhere within the cloud. Okay. Is that your turn?
I will also advance, but in a different direction. In an opposite direction, rather. So I will run away. And that's my turn.
Okay, so you drop a fog cloud and then get out of dodge. Yeah, you do domino. That makes it your turn. Everything around you is now just enclosed in this thick veil of fog. You can't see
What?
your own hand in front of your face.
Wonderful. As a bonus action, can I get that hit dice?
You most assuredly can. I also realized that you cast fog cloud on the edge of a cliff. What if they go in the wrong direction?
All right, I'll get 8 hit points back and be
I think
happy
there's a big
about it.
dragon-shaped obstacle in the wrong direction, so they'll be all right.
There's 2 other wrong directions, though.
That's fair.
Both of which are obscured by the fog.
Oh yeah, they're right on the peninsula. Oh yeah, that's not good.
Is it a peninsula or is it a promontory?
You know what? You're probably right. It's a promontory. A peninsula is like a band of land that goes out into the water. We're talking about nerd stuff, okay? Just leave us alone.
Oh my god, could you let us geek out on geography?
So would I be able to detect evil to help, or would I be at -2 hits?
I'm gonna be a really nice DM and tell you that detect evil probably isn't going to help you in this situation.
Okay.
Just because the spell detect evil and good, just comes across as smells. So you would probably be very distracted by the large amount of bad smell that's most likely going to come from the thing that's directly in front of you.
All right. So
But
if I
on the
cast,
other hand, you might be able to smell the good of your friends. But Nyx is also directly next to you, so I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna say it's probably just gonna confuse your senses even more in this situation.
what's my minuses to hit?
You were rolling a disadvantage right now because technically you can't see it. But it's also rolling a disadvantage because it can't see you. Yeah, you're rolling with disadvantage.
All right. Well, if I cast branding smite and I strike, it will radiate the opponent. Would that help in this situation?
Potentially.
All right. I'm going to try that.
Is Branding Smite a bonus action? I think it is.
It's a spell.
That doesn't answer my question.
I don't know the difference.
If I could spell it right, I could Google it faster.
It's a spell.
It
that
is a
takes
bonus
effect on
action.
your next attack.
It is
But
a
yeah, it's
bonus
not a bonus
action.
action.
So yes, you most assuredly can do that.
All right. So no tennis, Dima. I will swing. Natural 19 plus
Nice.
5. So
Yeah.
that'll be a 24.
That definitely hits.
It's going to take. Oh yeah, max damage is going to take 17 hit points plus an additional 2d6 and will be illuminated.
Shit.
And it's
Yes,
taken an
it's fine.
additional 6 hit points and it radiates the opponent.
I think you reset the timer, Fidget.
Ah.
You know what? I'm really happy
like,
every time
was a
it's
curse
not
of
Five
pride.
seconds left too.
There's a curse of pride. Like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
There, see? Worth
I will
it.
totally
It's okay.
reset that timer.
We delayed JT's gratification.
Ha!
Yeah, we
Oh.
should. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Here we go. Do. I'm gonna fully get up and. Oh.
My everything
Low-key,
just cracked.
I kind of love those, honestly.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, those are
Oh yeah.
pretty
All right. What were we doing?
I think we're
I
fighting a
just
dragon.
did 23.
We're fighting a dragon? Oh, okay, that's what... Okay, so you did 17, and then
Plus
I
Plus
just need...
the smite damage, which was another 6, you said?
6.
Okay,
Yes.
because I already subtracted the 17, so I...
So another 6. It radiates. Now, when you say a bonus action, how does that work towards actions for the turn for the melee round?
Okay, so when you have your turn, right? You get 3 things that you can do. You have your action, your movement, and your bonus action. Your action is worth the most, your bonus action is worth the least, and your movement's in the middle. So you can turn your action into movement, and you can turn your movement into a bonus action. And you can turn your action into a bonus action. And essentially, those are the things that you can do within your turn. So you've used one of your attacks of your action. You get to attack again, but at disadvantage because it only works on your following attack. It only works on your following attack.
Well, if I get
That's
another
right, shit.
attack, the thing is illuminated now. The dragon's illuminated. So I would still have a disadvantage because of that?
You know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
From the description of Branding Smite, if the target is invisible, it becomes visible.
Okay.
And technically, right now it's visible. So yes, you can just roll normally because now there's a big glowy dragon in front of you.
All right, and second attack is a miss. That will end my turn.
Okay. It's a cool turn. So yeah, you stab forwards into the darkness as your blade just irradiates with power. And you slash across what you hope is the dragon before you just see this large glowing light in front of you. Before you try to strike again, but unfortunately it seems to be moving around, probably reeling in pain from that last huge hit it just took. And unfortunately your second blow does miss. That is your turn. That makes it its turn. Let's roll a d6 to see. It does recharge, but I'm gonna hold on to that because it can't see anybody. And there's really no point of it just firing lightning when it can't see. So, I'm going to make 3 attacks with disadvantage because just because you can see it does not mean it can see you. So, it's going to bite and claw at both you and Nyx. Oh, when you know you've rolled a natural 20 on one of the higher rolls and you just have to let it go because you're rolling with disadvantage. Just hurts. Just hurts.
Welcome to our lives.
Alright. You do, like, nobody can see anything. But you guys, like, hear a cry of pain, as this thing lunges forwards and bites Nyx. She is going to take 17 points of piercing damage and 8 points of lightning damage. And she is not raging, so she's taking all of that.
That's rough.
Yikes.
And Ren is going to make 2 claw attacks against Sir Domino, because that hurt. But one of those is going to hit you. For a 22. The other one's an 11.
Ooh.
So you're going to take 9 points of slashing damage. As it just, like, starts angrily lashing out. And it's obvious it can't see you because the blow that you take is just glancing. But that still caught you. So that is its turn. I really need to stop closing the turn order like an idiot. Fidget, that makes it your turn. Don't close it. Don't close it.
All right. So I am up. You said
Well,
I
so
could.
you're alive. You are still
Yeah,
prone.
I'm prone. Right.
Yeah.
Well, now, one moment, please. I get, because I'm a thief, I get this thing.
Please hold.
Yeah. It is called. Oh, where do I find that? Nope, that ain't it. Sorry about this.
No worries.
It'll be here somewhere. Cunning action.
That's not a thief thing. That's a rogue thing. But I'll let that slide.
They feel
Sorry,
like the
I'm
same
sorry.
thing to me. They feel like the same thing to me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
roast me in the chat for being facetious. It's fine.
So, I can stand up for half my movement, you said?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. And then I can take a dash action as a bonus action, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, I'm gonna, okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Mhm.
And I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
It's a bard spell, first level. I get it as an archivist. So, essentially, the dragon has to make a wisdom save or take 3d6 points of psychic damage and has to move its full movement away from us. And if it succeeds, then it takes half the damage and doesn't have to move.
Question: does it have to be a target you can see?
Well, he can see it because it can't become invisible until the branding smite effect ends.
That's correct.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of fog between him and it. And it's dim light. Dim light's usually a radius of about 5 feet. I'm not trying to be a dick.
No,
but,
that's
like,
fine. My feeling is, so it has a 60-foot range.
Yep.
And my feeling is I just have to know that there's a mind attached, as far as I can tell, because it's psychic damage.
But does it say in the spell that it has to be a target you can see?
It
It
does
doesn't
not.
say anything about a visible target, no.
Then that's fine. You can totally do that.
You
Okay,
whisper
cool.
a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all I'm asking is, like,
Okay,
does
cool.
it
I
have
just-
parameters
Grammatically
that...
appropriate
totally.
too. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll 3d6, or
Okay.
you should roll your save,
I
right?
need to roll a save, yes.
Yeah.
Do. 3!
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
What kind of wisdom bonus does this thing get?
I don't have to tell you that.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so if it fails, it fails. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Okay. I don't have to tell you anything.
All right, I'm gonna roll my 3d6 and I'm gonna like it.
Yes, you are.
That's 12 points of damage, and it has to run away.
Okay.
Cool.
Very
Fine.
spicy.
Because this is forced movement, Nyx and Domino do not get attacks of opportunity. But yeah. It is gonna immediately use its full speed.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I
I'm pretty
think-
sure that's what it is.
Okay.
Does it immediately have to move
Move
away?
as
or
far
does it
as
wait
its
till
speed
turn?
allows.
I think it's immediate. I think
It has
it's
to move
like,
as far as its speed allows.
as a reaction, it has to move as far as its speed will let it go.
Yep.
I remember that much about Dissonant Whispers. So essentially, you reach out into the fog, and you feel the presence, like that alien mind that you've never felt the presence of before. And essentially, you reach inside of this mind and just invoke fear. And you hear the corresponding roar before there are just loud wing beats before this thing flies 80 feet off the side of the cliff.
80 feet, oh no.
Yeah, it's full movement because it can't dash. So yeah, it's 80 feet away right now. We're just gonna... So you guys can see that it flies 80 feet away and then hovers.
And at this point, I just go, would be a good time to get the out of here. I can't swear, but Fidget can swear. So I'll
Yeah.
censor him.
Yeah, he
Good call.
Totally
There were 30
says it.
seconds left.
totally says it in Wait, just wait 30 seconds.
That's right. Okay.
We're just gonna sit here
Do.
and we're gonna wait for 30 seconds. There you go. Say it.
Amazing. Guys, let's get the fuck out of here.
There you go. Okay. Yeah,
And that's my turn.
that's your turn. All right, Bavidius, that makes it your turn.
I would like to spend 15 feet of my movement to move up here. And hang on.
No, I know.
Having gotten here, I'm going to say both to Nyx and Sir Domino, because I've just watched the thing fly away out of the fog cloud. I'm
Yeah.
going to say to them, "We have been given a reprieve. The thing has been temporarily forced back. However, it is clearly beyond our capabilities. Now is the time for discretion and forming a plan. Let us run." And with that, I'm going to use my action to dash and beat shit 45 feet back.
I was giggling just at the mental picture of Fidget being like, "Let's get the fuck out of here," and Bavidius just like, "Woo!" and just goes directly into the fog cloud, and he's just like,
Why do I even try?
"The fuck did I just say?"
I'm using my extensive command prowess to make sure that the stubborn members of the group follow along.
On that note, I need you to roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Of course.
Apologies.
advantage, okay.
Before we go any further, is it possible, since I only use half my movement, can I use my bonus action to dash and use my full movement to get the hell out of here?
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome. So that'll be 30 feet.
You can only move what, like 30 feet anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look
That's
at
all I
little
want.
legs.
So,
I'm just imagining you start running and Bavidius goes into the fog cloud and still overtakes you.
Maybe.
Just like scoops you up on the way by.
can I use my point of luck to re-roll with advantage? Because I rolled a 7 and a 10.
No, but I will let you roll one more time.
Okay. That is a deal. Yes, a 17!
Okay. You can't see either of their responses, but you feel like you were pretty freaking convincing.
I'm pretty sure I made my point. It's up to them to listen.
Roll to die, and I will let you know how that happened.
You can let me
That
know
turned
now,
out-
because it's Nix's turn.
Yep. She is going to back up just far enough to get out of the fog cloud. Then she's going to stay where she is. That is her turn. Rendell, that makes it your turn. I was like, where did you go? I didn't scroll up far enough. You're like, way the fuck away. You're just
Got a
gone.
head start on this game plan.
Getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Well, I guess I will drop the fog cloud.
Oh yeah, I have to get rid of that. Yep.
And
The only one that knows how.
I see some of my party moving back. The magistrate. She wasn't dead, was she? Or was she dead?
Nope.
Nope, she's
Wasn't
still
dead.
breathing.
She's
She's
still
only
having
mostly dead.
she's only mostly dead. She he hasn't gotten up.
Alex.
I'd have meant to grab her on my way past, and I'm regretting not saying that.
Randall will dash forward to the magistrate.
Okay. God damn
Damn
it.
From
Okay.
behind you, you hear a thank you.
So yeah, you rush up to her and you can see that she is still like coughing and hacking and struggling to breathe.
I use my action.
Did you?
I did to dash.
Yeah, you
to get
dashed.
to her.
Sorry.
Uh,
I'm paying attention.
I will cast Healing Word on the magistrate.
Okay.
For 4 hit points.
Okay.
And I will yell at Domino and Nyx. Now bloody run! And that's my turn.
Okay. So you cast Healing Word and you can feel the magic go into the magistrate. And the coughing, choking noises that she makes immediately stop. As your magic reconstructs her entire throat. So you realize in that split second that the mysterious woman just nonchalantly crushed
Crushed it.
her larynx.
Crushing it.
Oh, fuck, bud.
That's why you don't skip arm day. Am I right?
Every day is arm day.
All right, is that your turn, Rendell?
That's my turn.
Listen, if I can't go around casually just collapsing people's breathing tubes, like, what am I even doing?
Adhering to common decency
Adhering
and
to
this
common
thing called the
decency?
law?
Yeah, well, listen.
No. Hear her
Domino, that
out.
makes
Hear her
it.
out.
Domino, that makes it your turn. I'm just saying it would solve a lot of problems.
So
Just saying.
with the fog cloud gone, am I
Yes.
able to see where the dragon is currently?
Yes, it is hovering about 70 feet off the side of the cliff.
Okay. I will get next to Nyx and be like, unless you have some amazing missile weapons, I suggest we find the cover of the cliffs with the rest of our party.
She just kind of does that thing where, you know, they're totally focused on something else and they're not looking at you. They still turn their head a little bit to acknowledge you. Yeah, she goes, "You should probably run."
going
Are
suicide
you
bomber.
joining us, Nyx, to live to fight another day? Or are you going to stand here and be lightning bolt target?
I will go last.
Well, honor prevents me from that, so I will stay here as long as you will.
Then both of us will die as stubborn idiots.
If only Sir Domino understood turn orders.
Brave. Brave, stupid idiots. That's stupid idiots.
But
So
Domino can hold his turn, right? Yeah.
yeah, you can hold your action the same as Nyx is. So if it comes within melee, you can hold your action and make a couple melee attacks against it. Fortunately for you, if all of you recall, I did recharge its lightning.
Yep.
So again, like, you guys just like line up and it's great. So it flies 80 feet back because it can, And I'm trying to put it back on the correct layer, and it's just not. There we go. So it goes back here. Nyx and Randall, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Can do.
I believe you're Nyx.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it for the people. So Nyx fails. And I also
20.
need to make a dexterity throw for the magistrate. Rolled a 19.
You go, girl.
She can breathe now. She's she's
The
raring to
NPC
go.
probably doesn't have that many hit points, but okay.
You'd be surprised.
Knowing you, I wouldn't. You knew there was a halfway decent chance we were going to try to murder her.
They're learning. They're learning. Speaking of which...
Yikes.
Right.
So, Rendell, you're going to take half of that because you did succeed. And the magistrate is going to take half of that. Nyx, unfortunately, is going to take all of that. And yeah, she's down. All right. So again, it just launches itself forwards and alights on the edge of the cliff before it angrily opens its mouth simultaneously in a roar as another bolt of lightning just launches out of its mouth, going through, like hitting Nyx in the chest and going through her. And both of you manage to sort of get out of the way, but still take glancing arcs of the electricity that make your muscles tense up, and seize painfully for a second, but you both are still standing. But Nyx collapses like a bag of potatoes. That is its turn. Fidget. That makes it your turn.
Well, this is a dilemma for me because I, Ben, really like you guys, but Fidget don't give a shit. So Fidget's gonna leave.
Fidget out.
Yeah.
Fidget the Brave! You go, buddy!
Yeah.
Fidget knows what's up.
Fidget hopes you guys make it,
I think Fidget is the only intelligent one. he's the only one with a sense of self-preservation, which is, pretty common, you would think.
I guess is this the exit over here? In this area?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna head towards that direction. I can only move 60 feet if I dash. But I don't know how this works. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. I'm on my way.
So essentially, you guys all hear the pitter-patter of tiny feet as Fidget makes his exit.
And you can hear me muttering to myself, like, I fucking told those guys. I'm not waiting around. If they want to die, they can fucking die. I'm going to be in the city.
Right.
Bravely brave Sir Robin went forth from Camelot.
Noise!
Bavinius, that makes it your turn.
Yes, I'm going to let out a desperate, pained roar as I see Nyx go down. But I know that sometimes, for the benefit of your entire squad or battalion, or however many men are under your command, you sometimes have to let a fallen soldier remain. So I'm going to use 10 feet of movement to go back here, turn to Rendell, and say, help her if you can, but don't fall behind. And I'm going to grab the magistrate and attempt to carry her as far as my dash action will let me go.
Okay. So yeah, you scoop up the magistrate, kind of hearing the as you just pick her up and start running. I will just let you do that. You're big, you're strong, and she's an elf.
Yeah. And it looks like I could actually get pretty much off the map.
Which you can certainly do if you would like to. So essentially, I'm going to treat this
I'm not
as
going to
if
go
you...
all the way off the map. I'm going to go here and plant at the foot of this staircase.
Okay.
Drop her the square diagonally above me, and shout to Fidget, I'll hold the gap. And then I'm going to use that free hit dice.
Okay.
See, this is why I got to start running early, because you're like way ahead of me already. Like,
It's like that one student
My
from
legs
Monsters
are as
University.
long as you are tall.
I can't
And
be
that's
late on the
all
first
I'm gonna
day.
say to him.
Yeah, he just takes 2 steps when you have to take like 6. So, it's
not fair.
not fair. Life isn't
What
fair,
in the
Fidget.
7 hells is my
Sure
hit
ain't.
dice?
Is that your turn?
Yeah. I used action to dash, bonus action to do the hit dice, and all of my movement.
Okay. Then I need to make a death save. That's an 8. Okay.
Damn you, Bartholomew.
Rendell, it makes it your turn.
So, magistrate's not in front of me anymore, huh? I see Nick's lying on the ground. We'll move to Nick's. Now, this is up to you. This was only something new that they added recently to clerics and the paladins, where they can expend their channel divinity to gain a spell slot back. Now, it's up to you if I can use it or not. It's called Harness Divine Power.
That's very sorcery.
I know. That's
But
why I like it.
if it's canon, if it's approved by Wizards of the Coast, go for it.
Oh, it says it's an optional. But so you say go for it?
This is fine. This is fine
Well,
with me.
Apparently, it's from Tashes.
I will search my holy symbol and get a. How high can I get back from it? No higher than half your proficiency bonus rounded up, so no higher than 2. Okay, so second level spell slot. Which I will then immediately cast Cure Wounds on Nyx.
Okay.
For 9. Oh, I didn't. I only rolled that at first level. I meant to roll it at second level. 1d8.
I was gonna say, so you can add like another supplemental dice, or you could just roll it again, whichever you prefer.
Plus another 5.
Okay. So she heals for 14. Well done. So yeah, you hear just the pained, like, gasp, like, intake of air, that goes directly into her lungs. And her eyes fly open, and she looks at you. And it gets this really, like, this odd look on her face. You can see that she is so torn in this moment. Is that your turn? Gonna assume that's a yes.
No.
Remember, kids, silence only implies consent when you're playing D&D.
A very important caveat.
Whoa.
Domino, that makes it your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to grab onto Nyx. Is she like standing, sitting, laying,
She's
contemplating?
prone. The last two. She's definitely
Can
doing the
anyone hear me?
last two.
Well, I'm going to
Can you
scoop
hear me
her
now?
up. I'm gonna scoop her up, and we're gonna hightail it out of there.
Okay.
Good call.
Goodbye,
Roll me
Randall.
a strength check, just because she's big.
Quite
Like
Yeah.
she is, a couple 100 pounds of muscle. Like,
All right, I have a 17 strength, and I rolled a 17.
so then that makes that a 20. Yeah, dirty 20. You totally can. Essentially, while she's contemplating what it is she's going to do next, you immediately just scoop her up and put her over your shoulder. Just start running.
Yep.
And she doesn't hinder your speed at all, just because you did roll high enough to kind of just negate that. You are fueled fully by adrenaline right now. Here is a magical thing. All right. So that is your turn. It's my turn. So before I do that, I need you to move the full 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Shit. All right.
You
My
put
bad.
it. You put wherever.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on your token and moved it myself because I am the dumb. Please go ahead and move your token.
How many feet can I get? 30,
Yes.
or it's the 15?
It's 30 of your full movement.
Okay. These are 5.
Each square
I'll
is
draw
5
you a
feet.
line.
The only thing you can't do is get in a direct line with me.
Don't line up, guys.
Yeah. The one thing you're not allowed to do.
So if you go to where the arrow is pointing on the screen, that's a nice safe place that's not in any straight lines.
Speaking
And
of,
30 feet.
it's blurring out my
Goodbye,
dice like this
Randall.
is a bad thing. No, I'm rolling this. Whether you like it or not.
Goodbye, Randall.
It's a 4. You lucky Mother Hubbards.
Mother Hubbard.
Do we have a swear timer?
Oh,
Okay.
I just didn't. In that
Wow.
moment, didn't feel.
I
right.
appreciate it. It's practice for future.
Randall, did you have any movement left?
Like maybe 15 feet.
Yikes.
I will let you retroactively back up 15 feet, even though it's really not going to help you in this moment.
Yep, I know, but doing it.
Okay.
But
help
not,
us,
moving,
help
but
you.
not moving back 15 feet might help us. So don't do that.
So it just lunges forwards. You can see just the rage, a light in this thing's eyes. As electricity begins to spark all over its body with its rage.
Come on, then,
it
beastie.
is going to make all of its attacks against you. Feeling lucky?
No,
You fucking should. That's a natural 1.
Oh, yes.
So gotta roll that D100. And that's a high one. See what happens. As a free action, your opponent may immediately make 1 melee attack with advantage against you as a reaction.
Oh, ho, ho!
Huh.
well, that's not going to do much, but
Please tell me you have the cleric thing where you can knock it back.
He does. I think he does.
Oh, that could totally save your ass.
I do believe I'll have that. Or is that a later feature?
I think you get it at level 5.
I don't.
It's whenever you do thunder damage, you can choose to push it back 10 feet. Oh, so whenever you do lightning damage, you can choose to push it back 10 feet. It's one of the two.
Yes. Well, I know a blue dragon is lightning's going to do shit all.
Yeah. But you could technically knock it back still, couldn't you?
Could, if the pushback effect still happens.
That would negate the other 2 attacks. That might be more.
Oh,
worth your time.
shit. Thunderbolt Strike is 6th level.
Yep.
But even
Yep.
still, it doesn't matter if the
Your
damage
strike is
would have
6th
done.
level.
It wouldn't have mattered if the strike had not like dealt effective damage, Because if it had still done damage, you would be able to activate the effect.
Now
presumably.
I can make one melee attack.
With advantage.
Okay. Can that melee attack be a melee spell attack?
It's a reaction. So no, unless
It's
you have
just a cantrip.
Warcaster.
It's just a
Unless you have-
cantrip. No.
Unless
Okay.
you have unless you have Warcaster, you can't cast
Oh, I
spells
do
as a
not.
reaction. So
Well, bollocks. So
a bit.
a 12.
So its teeth close like in front of your face, and you just kind of instinctually go and your weapon just kind of glances off the side of its nose before it snorts, and immediately rears up and begins to try to claw at you. What is your AC, good sir?
I'll have an AC of 18.
Are you
She's so
fucking
mad.
kidding me?
She's so mad.
I'm not.
I rolled a 16 and a 17.
I'm still standing.
Fine. So you just kind of glance off of its snout, and it rears up and tries to claw at you, and you enrage it further by just ducking and barely managing to get out of the way. Like, one of the claws catches like your shirt and just rips it, but doesn't manage to gain purchase on any of your flesh, which is fucking frustrating. But yeah, that is its turn. Oh my god. You are so fucking lucky. Fidget, that makes it your turn.
Yeah, this lame ass dragon sucks. All it did was like almost kill everybody in like one move. Stupid.
I'm sure Fidget feels very brave now after seeing its ineptitude.
Well, I did fight him like send the little paper homunculus in there. It'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I doing before? I was running. I'm gonna continue that.
I was running. Bye.
See ya.
It's
Away
not a
we go.
retreat. It's just advancing in a different direction.
That's exactly.
We're just
It's all tactical.
obviously another force in that way direction. So we're just gonna, yeah, they're definitely more of a threat than you. We're just dealing with a bigger threat. So like, yeah.
There's like 4
Hey.
dragons over there.
Yeah, they're bigger than you, man. Like,
Yeah, they're like way meaner. And they
Way
swear
meaner.
and stuff.
I swear it's- Okay. So Vidius. So essentially, Fidget, I'm gonna say that at this point you've managed to run into like the shelter of the buildings.
Okay, cool.
So unless it decides to give chase into the buildings, you are safe.
Sweet.
She's telegraphing.
Vidius, that makes it your turn.
Okay, first question. What kind of action would it be considered to pick up a greatsword on the ground beside somebody?
Pick it up. Free action, probably.
All right. I'm going to shout over to Rendell. Grab the sword if you don't mind. And I'm going to grab the magistrate.
Okay,
He's like-
on it.
He's like actively dodging claws and teeth. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
I'm very inspired having seen that. And I'm like, wow, this cleric can do anything. And I'm gonna kind of push the magistrate up the stairs behind me, and
Okay.
then hold any action or movement until Domino and Nyx are past me, and I'm gonna follow them in the direction that Fidget went once they move by.
Okay. Okay. That makes it Nyx's turn. Domino.
Can
If yeah,
Rendell yell at her?
yeah, go for it.
Don't
Probably.
hold the phone. Run.
So Domino, if Nyx starts aggressively wiggling around, Would you try to hold on to her?
No.
You've given her uppies, and she does not want uppies.
I just
She
want to
wants-
get her out of
She
there.
wants downies. Okay, so
Robert
can
Downey's?
you make me a strength
Senior
a
and
strength
junior?
check? Can you make me a strength check?
Senior only.
Senior only.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Natural 12.
I rolled a 4. Anybody want to give me a point of luck? Anyone? So I can do something stupid? Anyone?
There's only one
No?
person with a point of luck here.
Bueller? He
Oh, I
used it
used
already.
it, bud.
Yeah,
I
it's
used it.
gone.
I'm definitely not giving it to Nix to commit
Yeah, that was
suicide.
specifically for him. So yeah, no, she starts struggling. And essentially just in your fear-fueled adrenaline burst of being stronger than a barbarian half-orc, you manage to hold on to her, and just continue running. Which I'm pretty sure makes it it makes it Rendell's turn first. So yeah, that is her turn, because she used her action to try and get away from you. And she failed.
Okay.
It's just...
So Bovidius and Fidget are off the map.
I'm not off the map. I'm holding the pass.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
I will reach down and grab the greatsword.
I love you.
It's just surprisingly heavy.
And
It's great, really.
we'll look
It's not a
at the dragon.
mediocre sword. It's not a mediocre sword. It's not an okay sword. It's a great sword.
It's a great sword. I will look at the dragon and I will say, nah, and I will disengage.
Just a nah. I love it.
Just
And I will back away from the dragon,
okay.
taunting it the whole time. Come on, I'm tasty. I probably
Taunting
go
it.
good. I probably go good with ketchup.
The balls on this dude. Ooh, alright.
And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Alright, Domino, that makes it your turn.
All right, so the dragon's about 30 feet away,
Yeah.
and it looks like all my party members have gotten out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
All right, well, let's continue to get back to where the rest of the party is.
I'm also gonna say at this point that, Aelin definitely, like, buckers off up the stairs.
Oh, absolutely.
For everyone at home, I don't take control of people's characters whilst they aren't here. So, yeah. Essentially, he was frozen with surprise and confusion, and then
Abject
realization
terror?
of abject terror, and then as everything, as he kind of snapped back to reality, just starts running with everybody else. Just kind of clicks at the last second, like, oh, I should run. Right. Yeah, so Domino, what are you doing?
I'm running back to the rest of the party to try and get us all together at full strength. Where the stairs are back here.
Yep.
I fidget.
You can make it to the stairs by fidget.
And as soon as they pass me, that triggers my stated move action, and I will follow them up the stairs, kind of pushing them back towards the cover of the buildings.
Just, most times, the cow's the one who should be herded, but you're the one doing the herding right now.
Oh.
Only half cow. Let's go, motherfucker.
Right. So Domino, is that your turn?
Yes.
Right.
I see all my compatriots
Dagron.
have fled. Alright. Smile. Now turn back to the dragon. Come on then.
So you are essentially, at this point, facing down this dragon alone.
Yep.
And you can see the recognition on its face. It realizes the same thing. So You can see that it opens its mouth and you can see the electrical energy that is just darting around on the inside of its mouth. Then its jaws close for a second before it immediately rushes towards you, deciding that it wants to rip you to pieces instead. Let's make some rolls. We need some epic music playing right now. Because essentially it lunges forwards, and again, you just manage to dart just out of the way as its teeth close next to your arm. It rears up, raking its claws at you. You manage to duck under the first ones, but take the second slashes, like, across the ribs, just feeling the sharp pain and the blood. You're gonna take 16 points of slashing damage. I think you're still okay.
No.
No.
I'm not.
Oh no.
Down.
Okay, so it's like you think you get that split second of oh my, and then you feel the pain. Everything goes black.
But I'm still down with a smile on my face.
Oh, you gotta make that
Or
save.
I fall with a smile on my face.
Okay. Fidget. It makes it your turn.
Am I at advantage where I can see this happen? I'm gonna roll a die.
If you don't, Rendell will. Haha.
Well, this isn't a choice that I can make. Fidget's gotta make it.
I mean, he's rolling to not
Mm-hmm.
die, so I'm just gonna.
I get it. Yeah, he's gonna run down within 60 feet and cast Dissonant Whispers again.
Wisdom save, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
15.
All right, well, let me see what my save is.
At level 5, probably less.
Probably. My spell save is... Oh, my spell attack is 7.
So your spell
If your
save,
spell attack is +7,
Mm-hmm.
8
that
plus
should put a
14.
No.
Oh, it's 15.
16.
16? No, it's
Isn't it?
8.
It says my
Eight.
spell save is 15 under my character. It says spell save
Oh.
15.
8 plus
you rolled a
proficiency
15?
plus.
I rolled a
Yeah.
15.
Fuck.
But you still take half damage. But you don't run away. So, see what half damage is. It'll be... I rolled 15 damage, so I don't know if that's 7 or 8.
It runs up, so
And then I yell to everybody else, Rendell's down! Rendell's down!
Bloody.
Okay. So you again reach out towards this alien mind, but this time you feel it push back. It looks at you. Snarls. That is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Vidius, that makes it your turn.
I'm gonna run. Hang on, let me measure that. Gonna run 20 feet. Not get in melee range with the dragon. Use the free action to pick up the great sword. And use my how much does Rendell weigh?
Randall, did I put it in his bio? Let's see. Randall weighs 185 pounds.
With I assume 55 pounds of chainmail?
Probably yes.
All right. So that's 240? 230.
240.
240.
Okay, cool. Would it be an action or a bonus action to pick him up?
Whatever I let you do previously.
Previously, you let me pick the
Kind
girl
of
up
just
for
let
free.
you do it.
You let me pick up the elf for free,
Because she's a fucking feather.
which is why I asked how much he weighed.
But I also let Domino pick Nyx up for free. So the cost is succeeding on the roll.
All right, so just a straight strength?
Yep.
Okay. Nat 20!
Yeah!
So I grab him, use my action to dash, and book it 40 feet into the cover of the buildings.
So this is when I have to be a dick.
Yep.
It's forced movement! It's forced movement!
It's
He
not
has
attacking
reach,
him.
doesn't he?
It has reach.
Son of a bitch! 18 is armor class.
He's just like 18.
Thank God I put that shield out earlier.
20. I rolled a 20.
Ugh, okay.
Does my shield add to his shield?
I am
No?
surprised I am not getting banes thrown at me left and right.
I know, right? Not a nat 20, right? A dirty 20?
Oh, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. 1 slash? I might survive this. I had a big hit die.
How many hit points do you have?
19. You rolled 19 damage, didn't you?
I rolled 18 damage. You lucky motherfucker.
There goes the timer.
Do we have a swear timer?
We didn't have a
I
time.
rolled
No, we don't have a
18.
swear timer.
Okay.
So run, you lucky asshole.
I already did! Holy mother of God!
Wow. Oh my god.
As I get into the cover of whatever building we're hiding in.
You are.
Because I sure as hell hope we're hiding in a building. I just kinda shove Rendell into Domino's hands and collapse.
You're so goddamn lucky.
I already
Oh my
got a full
God.
load.
That is so awesome. That is, oh my god. Okay. So yeah, you pick him up, and you feel just this lancing pain as its teeth close on the back of your thigh, trying to catch you and hold you in place, but you just tear free and continue running. Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Right. That makes his turn. She is going to throw her last healing word at 3rd level in your direction. Wait, Rendell, are you still unconscious?
I'm unconscious here.
Yeah, no, she's gonna
No,
throw Rendell.
it's fine. I don't mind.
Oh, she's
I think she would totally do it to
no, but
Vidius.
see, basic combat triage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vidius is still up.
And I would see her looking at me and tell her to.
Fair enough.
It's with his face.
Yeah. With my very difficult to read bovine face.
So you were gonna heal for 10.
All right. Oh, I like the sound of that.
Rendell, that makes it your turn.
I guess I wouldn't know that it was Nyx that cast it on me.
No, you wouldn't
'Cause
know.
I would be... Well,
You kind of wake up and see all of us
Yeah,
hovered around
like-
you.
1 second, you were in a world of just darkness and pain, and the next second, you're awake and on the shoulder of a cow?
It's real comfy though.
huh.
I've got very
Comfy.
broad shoulders.
You get the innate feeling that he gives really good hugs.
Huh.
Aw.
So,
He knows I give good hugs.
not dead. Huh.
Not
I,
dead yet.
I needed the sword.
Fair enough.
You were a bonus. I say, wincing through the gaping slash wounds on my abdomen.
This is one of the fallen buildings.
Yeah, can we confirm that? Did we actually make it like into the cover of the town? We're in one of the buildings, something like that.
Pretty much, yeah. So essentially, I was just going back to through the bottom of the turn order. We're just gonna go through the because I've got one more fucking thing I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rendo will get off of Ovidius's shoulder.
I'll let him. Because he's
Nyx is
healthier
still
than
like-
me now.
Don't make me drink you under the table again.
Oh!
That's true.
But Rendo's gonna start looking around to see if there's a cellar entrance in
Yeah.
the building.
There are quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, just most of the inns and stuff do have cellars. And you are in the business district, so yeah, just
I would try and yell everyone into the cellars,
okay.
and I would hobble my way to the stairs and possibly fall down them.
Okay, just just like bowls himself down the stairs and at the bottom like, I made it.
Trying to get down there as quick as possible.
Okay.
If anybody else that is earlier in the turn order than him is able to move out of turn now, I would follow.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Domino, that makes it your turn.
I will guard the safe retreat of the party into the cellar. And I will cast Ferrum Equitum and cast Blade Ward. And I will be immune to bludgeon or slashing attacks till the end of next turn.
Let's go.
Dang.
yeah.
All right. Okay. That is your turn. That makes it its turn. And essentially, so you guys, anybody who's just like going into the town, and sort of beginning to lose sight of this thing. You can hear the angry roars and the wing beats as it launches itself off the ground. And before it aligns itself with the lighthouse, after hundreds of years have gone dark. And you guys can hear just this loud cracking boom as it exhales its lightning breath into the lighthouse and destroys it entirely. Before it begins, it goes up and kind of circles around. It circles around the edge of the city. Before you guys, can everybody roll me a perception check?
13.
10.
5.
4.
Okay,
Come on,
so
Nyx.
Nyx may not see this either. Do. Oh no, she does.
Okay. Yeah, because she's still on top of those shoulders.
Yep. So Bavidius, you see it locks eyes on all of you, and it starts to take the angle that it's going to swoop down and attack. Before you see its head cock just ever so slightly to the side. Like it's heard something. before it rapidly beats its wings, gains altitude, and disappears into the clouds. That, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to take a very quick break. everybody, and welcome back. After narrowly escaping what could have been a very quick tragedy, the party finds themselves in the cellar of an inn, having lost sight of a large blue dragon that tried to take all of their lives. So in those few seconds of just adrenaline-induced panic, you guys are all still gripped with the fear that this huge, deadly thing is going to just come and immediately tear your souls from your bodies. All you hear is silence. And the distant crashing waves.
Has Domino, Scott, have you joined us in the cellar now?
Yeah, assuming that the dragon's not posing an imminent threat. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, in that case, I have a crowbar, a hammer, and some pythons, mountaineering pythons in my inventory. I would like to try and jury rig some reinforcement on the cellar door.
You can...
The artificer's going to help with that.
I was going to say, I'm absolutely going to ask the artificer.
And you
to
can
help.
most assuredly try with advantage. Go ahead and give me a survival check. That seems about right. You're tying knots and hammering... Or the heck you pronounce pythons or pittons or...
Well, thank the gods you gave me advantage, Fidget, because the first roll was a 1.
Ooh!
And the second roll totaled a 17.
Just imagining... There you go! Nailed it!
I don't
I
like
did
what
it.
you did there. Second roll was a 17.
Alright, so yeah, you very quickly, very deftly managed to kind of jerry-rig, the contraption of all of the stuff that you have to keep this door from opening as easily as it did before.
With that done, knowing that
High
a
five.
dragon's still probably going to tear through it, I'm going to put a gentle hand on Fidget's shoulder in thanks, and I am going to turn, head down the stairs, and collapse, trying to wrap my brain around everything that just happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to the rest of the party and say, Is everyone all right?
I'll start preparing bandages to start binding wounds on my wounded companions.
If we constitute this as a short rest, since we're all huddling down here and just talking, I'll use some hit dice as well.
I will allow that, yeah.
I'm going to be... Is there any windows or any way other than the door to witness what's going on outside?
In the cellar? No.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm by the door for the remainder of this, just listening for anything. And my little paper homunculus is just pacing back and forth on the stairs next to me.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Sure. 16.
Okay. So you strain your ears listening, and you can hear that angry crashing of the waves and just the ominous rumbles of thunder. That's it.
Okay. I'm taking a seat on the stairs, and I'm checking out that knife that I got like an hour ago. That was an hour ago.
That was
What the fuck?
that was like 7 minutes ago.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I'm sure it took like 15 for us to run across town, so it's been like 30
Probably.
minutes.
It's been like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
25 minutes.
Jesus H.
Yep.
Christ Murphy.
You can get a lot of shit done when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. I'm just sitting on the step, listening with one ear and checking out this weapon with the other.
Okay. So you begin to turn the dagger over in your hands, just kind of admiring the craft of it, really. It is a beautifully made silver dagger.
Are there any markings or I know, runes imagery that I might
There
be
are
curious
runes
about?
along the blade.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I can probably get a little bit of knowledge on that, yeah?
Essentially. What can you read Abyssal?
Can I read Abyssal?
You read Abyssal.
I don't believe I can at this level, no. I don't quite have that in hand.
You might not get as much as you think.
That's fair. Can I still roll an Arcana check?
You can certainly try.
Okay. So that is a 13 plus 7 is 20.
Okay. Even though you really don't understand the language, you get the general gist of it. This appears to be instructions of some sort. You don't know what they do or what they're for.
Instructions. On a blade. Interesting. Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm-
Searching.
I've been wondering what the
Uh.
fuck.
Having applied every single one of my hit dice. Question actually. I'm assuming that the hit dice we were granted earlier, was that a bonus hit dice, or was that using one from our stockpile?
Using one from your stockpile.
Okay, so I'm not quite at full health, but I'm close enough for government work. What is that? Okay. So I'm gonna turn to everybody, having applied my bandages to myself, and I'm gonna say, our entire world has changed, and there are none but us who have any idea what we're up against.
Well, us and her. And Randy will point at the magistrate.
Can she still even speak?
Magistrate?
Yes.
You know you just had your throat crushed, and you weren't really willing to tell us anything about, well, anything before. Mind shedding some light on what the fuck just happened?
You would do well to remember that you no longer have anyone else to lean on.
And if you don't agree, there's always a dragon you can talk to.
I need both of you to roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
I was looking at a bunch of other eyes and being like, how do I not have proficiency? But I do.
16 for me.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So she literally stands up and immediately puts her hands up and she says, "Listen, you must understand. I was simply trying to protect the people."
Have
Your
you?
entire
don't see
city is dead in the streets.
I am aware.
Enough protestation, enough what's the fucking word? Enough quibbling, not the right word, but we'll deal with it. Speak frankly.
Right. Fortunately, I couldn't tell you previously, as everyone who knew the secret was under a spell to keep us from ever revealing it. Unfortunately, due to the efforts of whomever that was, that is no longer the case. So, I'm aware of the fact that this whole celebration, this whole party, was to make everyone more comfortable with a very, very important ritual, a very important ceremony. It kept something very ancient and very evil not as part of our world.
We noticed the evil, and we felt the ancient. Now you tell us who or what that was, and anything you know about what it wants.
I promise that I'm telling you everything that I know. And what I know is that it's an ancient evil. It's been asleep for hundreds upon hundreds of years, for as long as this celebration has been a thing. And
Did it have a name for that entire time? One name.
apparently it had many. But the only one I've ever heard is Seraphim.
I'll look around at the group. Anyone?
Knowledge history?
History.
Okay.
Me too?
Just him.
12.
Rings a bell. You don't particularly recall which bell.
Yeah, well, I need a fucking library. That's all I've ever needed.
As far as I'm aware, there exists a library which has all of the information that is required on this ancient evil. It's a very secret society where they worship books essentially, and this particular society, the Society of the Living Word, was entrusted with this knowledge in order to keep it safe. No one ever required it in the future.
Are they still around?
As far as I know, this library still exists. It's
Where
hidden.
do we find it?
As I said, it's hidden.
Surely you must have a clue.
Here's a clue. Largest library in the world. At least the world we know of. You go there, you search for the particular clues, you find this other ancient library. It will hopefully give you all the answers you're looking for. But I assure you, I don't have them. All I know is this is an ancient, angry evil. It was never supposed to wake. But now it has.
So are we to believe that you just offered up your entire city in a blood sacrifice, and yet you know nothing about this?
No. That was not me. That was them.
Who's them?
They silenced everyone so that the melody would not be sung.
What's the
Insight,
melody?
please?
Insight?
Yeah.
For it.
19.
19? He appears to be telling the truth.
I'll turn to Domino and I'll say, let her speak.
This part of the opening ceremony was singing the melody. And the repetition of the melody several times is what kept this ancient evil in its slumber. Apparently, a long, long time ago, each of the cities would do this. Keep whatever it is asleep, away from this world. But unfortunately, over hundreds upon hundreds of years, people lost interest. At a time, we were the only city that did it.
That's why that little halfling let that crazy drunk bard sing the song.
Free alcohol makes even the most stodgy of rituals easier to partake.
By killing
So
everybody, they silence the song.
who is the them? Who is the they that you speak of? Where are they? Who did you interact with?
Those two skinned genasi that attacked you just the same as they attacked me.
And who's
He
Cade
made this
Caxo?
whole speech about being children of the storm and how they were awakening their ancient mother.
Would I have ever encountered Genasi, particularly being from Guardian Cove?
No, you have not.
Would I have? I've been on the road a lot.
No, you have not. I mean, so there's every chance that you have. There's every chance that you guys have encountered other types of genasi, particularly water ones. None of you have ever seen.
Even the sailor?
In the sailor.
Ah, the plot thickens.
Yeah.
So I'll just furrow my brow at her when she says Genasi, and I'll say, tell us every word you remember from their speech.
She came in and made this grandiose speech about how she and her brothers and sisters had been waiting centuries for this moment, how I had failed in my position, that everyone that I had ever known or loved was going to die, that she was going to make me watch. She did.
So who killed the marshal? The major, rather.
Colonel.
The colonel.
I have no doubt in my mind that that was her.
But then there were hits put out on all of us.
Perhaps by the brother.
Do you know who Cade Caxo is?
Fortunately, I do.
What do you know of him?
I know that he's a very dangerous individual. I also know he left town. Maybe a few days ago.
Smells of collaboration.
Where was he headed?
I have no idea. A very
would know?
secretive fellow.
Yeah.
Any of the individuals who work closely with him?
Thieves Guild.
It seems in the very least, he may have known.
We
Well-
uncovered evidence that he was responsible for brokering the assassination of both the Colonel and Sergeant Nix here. Fortunately, we were able to prevent any harm from becoming the Sergeant, thanks to our unfortunate pre-warning in the Colonel's office.
Well, this is what I see. We got a dragon in the sky. We got dead bodies in the streets. We got a shadow of an organization that we need to follow. and everything leads into the sewers. So, I think that's where we head.
Would I have like a map of the continent?
Probably, yeah.
All right. So I would pull that out, and I would ask the major or the magistrate. I would say to her, "Mark on the map where we can find our next clue for the library."
Okay. Doo-doo-doo.
I have a feeling I know where it's going to be, but
She points to Serpent.
Of course.
No.
It was going to be that or Belmont.
Well, I know a thing or two about that city.
And I'll say to her, "Whatever indication, however cryptic, you were given to put us on the trail to this library, we need to hear word for word."
I'm sorry, you're expecting that there's some prophecy, some rhyme that I can recite to you.
From my understanding, these things come in riddles.
Not this time.
I'll grunt, and I'll turn to Fidget, and I'll say, "I've not been to Serpet. What can you tell me of that land?"
More books than people.
If it is knowledge
uh,
you seek, it is where you should go.
Yeah, but knowledge there is like a needle in a haystack. We need to be real specific. We gotta find the right group of people, the right faction. Not everybody deals in every type of knowledge.
In a city of books that anyone can craft, knowledge and wisdom become infinitely harder to find. And I'll spit.
Why do you think I'm here?
Well, if nobody else objects, I would say we should sleep the night here with what safety we've been able to find, and then carefully make our way to the sewers tomorrow at dawn.
I think there's two places we got to put on our list before we leave the city. Just off the top of my head. We got to talk to the Archmage.
if he's still alive.
If he's not, then his stuff is free.
And indeed, while you were not with us, we did see he had a vast library.
And that's the other place we got to go. If this city was the center of something, then its history will tell us what we need to know.
Perhaps we can research Seraphim there.
It's a start.
Anything to put us on a trail.
My worry is now that the majority of the city has fallen, that either the Thieves Guild is going to take over, or maybe with some help, the clerics and the perhaps paladins, if there are any in the city, can keep order. Otherwise, it's going to be a complete collapse.
I would
Would you
certainly
agree,
prefer.
Magistrate?
I would agree. You may unfortunately have a harder time than you think finding anyone who hasn't succumbed to the poison. Surprising that all of you did not.
Touch and go.
A few of us got sick.
We are made of sterner stuff than perhaps you wanted to admit. Consider it your good fortune. And with that, I'll turn to the group and I'll say, pretty much ignoring the magistrate from this point on.
She just kind of sits on the stairs,
Yeah.
like, okay, I've said my bit. I've done my monologue.
I'll say to everyone, we must escort Fidgets to the books. If anyone can interpret some knowledge, it would be him. Sir Domino, I hope you can shed some light on things as well. However, we must be on our watch and make sure that if there is anyone in the city that remains to be helped, that we give all the aid that we can.
Yes, we have our hands full indeed. I think we need to rest, unfortunately, to regain our strength, or else we're going to be worthless. But I would say at dawn, we begin in earnest.
Agreed, Sir Domino. And I'll turn to seek the input of the others.
What he said. I'm tired.
I'll prepare some spells that may or may not help with if any of books from languages you don't understand. See what I have.
I've got something of my own. Maybe we should compare notes.
Thank you,
No.
gentlemen. And I'll turn to Fidget once more and I'll say, I know that you, of all of us particularly, are the most hesitant to take the burden of protecting this land on your shoulders. Can we count on you to stand with us and face this evil? We would value your skills highly.
I can tell you this. As long as we're on the hunt for this whatever living word, I'll be with you.
I'll reach out my hand and clasp Fidget's. And I'll say,
What's this hoof in your
these ones aren't hooves.
I know, but it's funny. I'm sorry.
It's probably my hand holding his index finger.
You have displaced the drama, but that is probably true.
I
And a little
apologize.
baby holding onto a human. Yeah.
I'd show it.
And with my finger in Fidget's grasp, I'll say, it will be my honor to journey by your side for as long as you choose to stay.
Well, I'm not one
The
for
same goes.
I'm not one for feelings or whatever, but yeah, you're good with a weapon.
And I'll turn to everybody else and I'll say, and the same sentiment goes to the rest of you. I have now seen you all in combat, and it will be my pleasure to live, or, if worst comes, to die on the field of battle by your sides.
Clearly, fate has brought us together for an important mission. I would be honored to count you among my companions.
May whatever weaver controls the fates smile upon us this day, and for many to come.
Tired.
And with that, I
Great
pull out my
dragon in the
bedroll and
sky.
begin preparing a place.
I will take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take second.
Okay. So as all of you kind of begin to try to unwind the spectacularly chaotic day that you have found yourselves thrown into. I think that's a pretty good place to end the session for today.
Mm-hmm.
So if I recall correctly, I have a party appreciation to redeem
That's right.
because apparently me being mean to all of you and beating you all up means I have to be nice to you after. So I mean, can I do it as a group or does it have to be like
One at a
individual?
time.
Follow your
One
One
heart.
at a time.
We can. You know what? I would
Dealer's
say.
choice.
I would
Okay,
say the
all
fair
right.
thing is I'm sure there'll be other party appreciations in the future. We can do individuals once we've had a little more runway, perhaps.
Well, the first thing that really comes to mind is I just as a DM, as your DM,
Just so you know, Grim, who redeemed it, says do it as a group.
Okay.
because I was about to. And he's part of this as well. It's just,
yeah.
I always love the moment as a DM where I can just kind of take a step back and let you guys go. And most parties don't really present me with that opportunity so early in the game. But the majority of the time I have the problem with not knowing when to interrupt you guys so that I can end the session. And that is a problem I most assuredly love having. All of you roleplay just beautifully with each other, and like you guys already have so many dynamics that are going on just within the party. And it is phenomenal to see, and we're only 8 sessions in. And already, like there are bonds that are being made, and just like a bunch of like phenomenal role play on everybody's part. So if y'all could just like just give yourselves a pat on the back for a second, because you deserve it. And
Thank
I
you.
don't regret for a single second having any of you in this game. Like each of you bring your own individual thing, and it just contributes to this game in a way that I can't do that. You guys have to do it, and you guys are fucking bringing it, and I love it. Thank you.
Nice.
And for
We
everybody
killed the blue
watching, I'm
dragon,
gonna make.
right?
We totally killed it. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely
like, I mean-
killed it. It's not coming back like ever.
For everybody watching, and for Grim who redeemed that, you better stay up and get on a video call with me as soon as we're done here, and we're gonna get your fucking Discord set up so that it works next time.
Yeah. We were definitely missing not just another party member, but Talon.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him in action.
We're gonna have to go and find him hiding in a little cave underneath the steps on that cliff face.
No, he was probably just like in the cellar sharpening his knife, like, oh, good that you guys showed up. Cool.
Don't apologize, man. This shit happens to everybody. We're just gonna fix it.
Yeah, it's no, everybody has computer issues some days.
Mhm.
It's part of technology, right? If you got it, sometimes it's not gonna work. But on that note, thank you everybody for joining us for this absolutely insane session. I'm so happy right now. But yeah, thank you to our sponsors, D&D Beyond, FX May Vary. Check out our Patreon, check out our merch. Shout out to Mama Bear, one of our Patreon sponsors. Fidget, do you wanna plug your shows again while we're here?
Oh yeah, sure. Mute Sounds, and we're supported by the Howling Gales and the Sunshine Collective for the entire tour. Plus, we're playing with local acts in all of the places we're going to be playing. So Thursday is Ottawa at Mavericks. Friday is Guelph at Jimmy Jazz, and Saturday is Sudbury at the Townhouse. We also have a music video dropping on June 30th, which is Friday. So stay tuned for that.
Okay. If you guys are interested in any of the other games we have on this channel, you guys can check out Valley by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game. You guys can retaliate for the all of the non-swearing time that we had to deal with today. Even though I don't think it was JT that dropped it, but he was still here. So I'm just saying. Dropped the second. Yeah, so go get him. Go get him. He dropped the second one. So yeah, for False Skull and Nights, which takes place on Wednesdays, and then you have a nice ransom on Thursdays. Just run by another, like, just other incredible DMs that also get an opportunity to tell their stories on this channel, and it's amazing. So with that, I thank you all for joining us, and have a good night.